Convent, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Am I tripping or not tarot? My name is Cockfrost, but you can call me the Ghetto Nun. So I'm here to do Smonday, right? S-M-O-N-D-A-Y, Smonday, right? Number one, because I'm dropping this early. Number two, this is the Judas reading, right? So I just kind of want to do it and be done with the shit. I was told to turn, I'll get to the whole ins and outs about the reading, but I'm dropping this early just so I have time to cleanse the energy, let the sunlight burn the shit off after I'm done and all kind of other shit. So that's why it's Grab Back Smonday, okay? I do cuss in my readings and get no fucks about it, so if you do, please get the fuck on. I do start all of my cards upright in my deck. I don't believe in starting out with reversals because that's some bullshit. Also, I did pre-shuffle, but I did not lay any cards down just yet, Convict. We definitely gonna do this together on Grab Back Smonday. Please keep in mind, this may or may not resonate with your situation. It probably will, though, in some aspects of your life, but still, get no fit nucks. Info for private readings will be below the video. Please take the time to check out our community board. It's like the farmer's market for all the nuns and high priests, where they have their businesses, purposes, gifts, etc., posted. If you'd like to submit your business for the bulletin board, please check the info in the description box below the video. If you find that the convent is not for you, please look for the nearest exit marked "Get the fuck on." Watch your head on the way out, hit the alley, you'll be back in turn. Thank you to everyone for all the bookings, donations, likes, subscribes, comments, and shares. Love ya. All right, y'all. Few things about this Judas reading before we get started, okay? I was given some rules. They told me what I could ask, okay? So I wrote all this shit down because I ain't trying to mess up there. You know what I'm saying? So they told me to tell you guys everyone is capable and has been capable of being Judas. Do not judge Judas. Be careful. So I was like, no pressure or nothing, guys, right? They said we're going to see how sad he really was. And they also told me to turn the comments off. And I was interested in what y'all was going to say. But it's to kind of prevent some type of judgment being broadcast, they said. So I don't even know what that means. Maybe everybody has, I don't know, G. But that's what they said, to turn the comments off. So that's how we gonna do this. I ain't about to argue with the people or them or whoever. I just follow the orders from the dean, right? And I'm not allowed to ask about the teacher, they said. I cannot touch on the teacher. They said if you want to know about the teacher, get to know him yourself. Who I'm pulling on was a man. So that's why they're giving me this pass, basically. So we will not be talking about Jesus in here at all. This will be on the side of Judas, okay? So just so y'all know, and it makes sense to me. You know what I mean? So they weren't going to tell me no way, they said, but still. All right. We got all the rules out the way. Everybody got their popcorn, they weed, they wine, and all this shit. I know everybody ready. I've been preparing for this reading all damn day, so I'm ready. Anyway, y'all, so they told me I could ask what his family was like. And I was like, oh, okay, start me off cool. That's a good one. It says what his family was like and his personality growing up. So we're going to pull on that right now. This is Judas here, the betrayer of the teacher. And that's all I'm going to say about that, okay? What was Judas's family like? Let's see, y'all. Let's get to it. So there was a lot of heartbreak in this man's family. 3 of Swords. This is cutting shit out, but this is what this is. Heartbreak, sadness, all of that. Whenever this comes out, this means something's currently going on. So they're letting me know basically even when he was walking, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be walking in his journey or whatever, there was still some things that he hadn't healed from. And family members, this generational shit. So something was already going on in his family, pretty much. Give me one more for him. Shady Cancer card came out. Yeah, he come from a family of, you know, people that hurt people, G. Best believe Judas didn't just end up like that one day. You know what I mean? This was taught behavior, learned behavior. So this is I asked what his family was like. This is the Shady Cancer card. Hold on, where's my phone? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I want to look up something real quick before I keep going. I got to make sure all my facts is right before I say something. I know what they're telling me, but shit, I ain't trying to mess up on this one at all, y'all. Sometimes I'll just be willy-nilly out there, but, yeah. Okay, they're right. Okay, y'all, I'll tell y'all what, what I was getting ready to say. They said it's true. And they proved it, so I'm sorry. You know his last name was Iscariot, right? Or however you pronounce it. And this is my shady Cancer card. This is the Chariot card, but a shady Chariot is what this is. So there were some shady Iscariots is what I'm being told in his family, basically, is what's going on. The Iscariots were, shady. He came from they all play games with people. This is Let's Play Ball. They're telling me he came from this lifestyle. A lot of people, that's why I said some of y'all are going to resonate with this shit. Some of this shit going to make sense. Some of y'all going to feel like Judas in this reading. They're telling me. That's why they said all of us are capable of being Judas. Who didn't know people or come from a family like this or hung around people like this. People that hurt other people. So this is how his family was, G. All right, let's keep going. And if you watch me, you know these cards. They're telling me to tell you some signs are going to pop up. Astrological signs will pop up for some of you guys in this reading. Not as far as it refers to you, but around in regards to some people that you know. They said take heed to that. That's another reason why I was told to turn the comments off. You can't judge Judas, even the one in your life, they said. Not in this reading, you can't. Okay. One on the Three of Swords, long ways, his family, Six of Pentacles came out. So they were always kind of trying to get over on people for money. I mean, that's just where he came from. Maybe they were, it doesn't really say they were impoverished, but look, I mean, they probably just worked like regular people and had come-ups or whatever it is, but it kind of looks like the Iscariot stepped on people's toes, G. Real shit. Sometimes ends didn't meet in that household. I'm feeling like odd jobs with this. And they weren't meeting. So sometimes I got to do shady Cancer shit. They're making me feel like gamblers here. Gambling, I heard. So I didn't even know they was gambling back then. But if they threw dice, well, they said I can't talk about him. But yes, gambling, they said. Okay. One on the shady Chariot here. That's too many. Y'all doing a lot. But the Magician flipped over in the deck. But I'll keep them. I mean, it ain't my... Yeah. So we got the Temperance card, right? This is like angel spirit guides. You got the Prince of Swords, which is the Hacker, and the Tower. So their family was very aware about right and wrong, pretty much. They knew about the laws and all of that stuff. Yeah, they said the laws, the written laws. They knew about them. Everybody knew about them. But they had to make ends meet. This is the Iscariots, his family. Like, really, this is balanced temperance, just trying to make ends meet, trying to look for other ways to make some income, because shit's falling apart around us. So his family kind of feels like they were kind of driven to do things, you know what I mean? And maybe they didn't want to. It feels like street life, G, is what it feels like if I'm going to compare it to 2021. I just want to be careful with my words here in this reading. That's pretty much what this is. I feel like I'm playing with a gun here, to be honest with y'all. So I have to be very careful because this bitch loaded. Street life, whatever people are into now, stealing, robbing, hustling, gambling, things like that. This is what this family was into. I feel like he saw this as a child. He did. He also, I feel like he was tapped in as a child too. This is Judas. Like he saw things. He was meant to be a disciple. This man was seeing amazing things even growing up. We already had a connection with spirit guides, God, let's say that, because the other one wasn't even here yet. So we're talking to all of this is not, let's say, damn, how am I going to word this without mentioning him though, y'all? Hold on, y'all. Let me listen. Okay. I can mention the parts that we know, they said, but I can't go deep into like their relationship and stuff like that. So basically they're telling me that the Messiah wasn't born. So you know what I mean? These are teachings, law, Moses and things like that. He was very aware of this. His family was. This man was kind of tapped in as a kid. Like I said, he just saw bad stuff is what they're telling me. And kind of got wrapped in with the wrong. I mean, they keep playing street life. It's the only life I know. That's what they keep playing. So this was his family. One on the Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles here. Five of Cups. Yeah. Poker face. Poker face. Okay, they confirmed the gambling then. Yeah, his family gambled a lot. So I don't know what they played back then. I mean, shit, I don't know. They said rubles. Rubles? I don't know what rubles are. Damn. I don't want to keep. This is why I like to have my comments for the Lifeline. I'm lazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I like it too. I don't know what rubles are. But they said rubles is or was a currency unit of a number of countries in Eastern Europe. I don't know, some type of currency or something. So yeah, they did. They gambled, G. They rubles, okay? And I feel like they weren't very good at it. I'm hearing somebody crapped out a lot. If we gonna compare it to today, somebody keep crapping out every time. You know what I'm saying? They lose. They owe people too. They owed a lot of people. So they would rob Peter to pay Paul, no pun intended, they said. Okay. This is his family. I mean, it feels like they made ends meet, though. I mean, it feels like, you know, middle class. You know, it wasn't great, but I mean, everybody looked clean. This the beef jerky suit, so these people were tough. You know what I mean? Shit. They keep saying street life, y'all. So I'm pretty much settled with this depiction of his family. Michael Jackson, did to them. Yeah, man. Okay. Okay. So he was the strange one too, just so you know. I feel like this man had a lot of brothers. If I'm not mistaken, they did say he had brothers, or it was something about him having brothers, or he left it. It's very vague, but I feel like this man had brothers. He could have had 5. Something was special about him. He was the Jackson out of the 5, like the Michael Jackson out of the 5. Or somebody was, but I'm feeling like it was him. We're talking about his family. So I feel like he grew up around a lot of masculine energy, but he was the one that was meant to be something. Like I said, he was tapped in, G. This man knew he was special. He just was, you know, in a bad environment is what I'm picking up on. This is learned behavior is what they're telling me from his family. He was talented. He could make things with his hands too, they said. I guess so. He a hustler. They said a hustler can always do things with their hands. Real shit, good or bad, they can. So that's where he was good with his hands, they said as well. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. We moving on. So I'll touch on his personality a little bit because that's his family, but they kind of went into the personality. So let's get one for that and let's keep going. Give me one for Judas's personality. This would be while he was growing up. Let's say from this age, which is what? About maybe 3, 4. Let's say up until him becoming a disciple, up until the age that was. What was his personality? What was he like around? What did people know him for? What was he known for? Strength card came out. Yeah, he was a ladies' man. He was handsome, they said. Strong. They say he was hairy. Like macho. I've got to be, a macho man. Always had something to prove. So he was kind of a show-off, is how they're making me feel. Ego, pride. This hoe's lining up at the door, so. But I had told y'all that before, that I feel like he had women. So let's give me another one for his personality. One more. How people looked at him, how he was. From that age, this young kid, all the way up till when he began to... or when he was going to become a disciple. Impulsive card. This pride and ego. This is usually how this is. You know that person that's always like, I'll fight anybody. That person is shit, or that's loud. That person that you always know. I feel like he had a smell too, y'all. Not to be rude. I'm trying to be nice. I swear I am, y'all. But I feel like he had an odor, like a musty odor. But I feel like he was real active though. You know what I mean? I feel like he hung around a bunch of boys or men growing up, like brothers or something. So this makes sense that he would be like this. I feel like he always had something to prove, or he was the first to jump into some shit. You know what I mean? Like to prove something with the strength card. At least that's how people looked at him, especially if he was about to get paid for it. Money. Yeah, he was stuck on money. This is the death card, but it's reversed. So this is being stuck in a cycle. But still, this is the body of Christ too, who was not here yet. But I told you that man was tapped in. I feel like he was battling himself all his life, G. Like he knew something was different about himself, but he was around, influenced a lot, basically, is what they're saying. Wow. It makes sense, G. The story makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all, but it makes sense to me. Let's clarify this. His personality growing up. I have to stay on the questions. Okay. His personality. So that's how he was looked at. Yeah, he got the sun card. I don't know if the man was what you would call a Leo back then or not. And I'm not calling out signs, but it's apparent here with the sun card and the strength card, or this man had a lot of pride and ego, G. He did things impulsively. He jumped into things impulsively. He loved the summertime. He liked to be outside, they said. But he liked to be seen by people. They're telling me he had a very loud laugh, like the loudest one in the group. The show off. Look at the little boy, like trying to flex his muscle and shit, his little bitty muscles and shit. Yeah, the show off. Especially with this tower. Yeah, he liked to be seen. And he liked to prove that he was better than people, even if it was at a job. They said he always tried to do his best. So it paid off in like jobs when he got hired for things, because he was a hard worker. He wanted to be better than everybody else. So it worked out well in that environment, because it's like he just worked hard. You know, he showed up early. You know what I mean? But I feel like eventually he felt like he always deserved more. He was never satisfied, they said. Yeah, he always wanted more. Judgment card with the 7 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, looking at somebody else's stuff, somebody else's work, or what someone else had. He was that, so he would jump from thing to thing. This is, they're telling me he never really did know what he was good at, but he was just good with his hands. He could do a lot of things, but he never really settled into anything. So he was kind of lost. That's how people looked at him. Like, what are you going to do with your life, Judas? That type of thing. Put one with this sun card, strength card, and it's real quiet in the convent. Even though I turned the comments off, but I could tell y'all listening though. It's a trip how I can hear the shit, you know? Strength card with the sun card. And the impulsive card. Yeah, he definitely was a gambler, they said. He believed in luck. That's what he believed in, luck. So he carried things, or believed in like, he was torn, because they're telling me he was tapped into, like, you know, he knew the law and all this stuff, but he also believed in like luck, like certain myths and traditions and things like that. They're telling me as well. He's got the number 7. He crapped out a lot, G. He wasn't a good gambler. I put it to you that way. But that's because this wasn't what he was supposed to be doing. So he always owed people, or was always looking for, like they keep saying, robbing Peter to pay Paul, for lack of a better term. Put one with the sun and the strength card and the impulsive card. This is his personality, from him being a child all the way up till when he was going to be a disciple. They tried to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. So he liked to drink or do something, you know? Like I said, they're making me feel like he was boisterous, loud. This that person where they like got to remove you out the club because you just making a scene. They're giving me that type of feeling about him. Yeah, Elton John at the bottom of the deck, rose-colored glasses. Very flashy, they said. So this was somebody pretending like they had things that they didn't really have. This man came, I mean, he was sad, G. He fought a lot. I'm telling you, this man had to prove a lot, like with some brothers or something like that. This like Mike having to fight Tito, Jermaine, everybody, G. 5 of Wands with the 5 of Cups. I feel like he was in the middle, like didn't really fit in anywhere, G. Nowhere. But he liked to cause problems. Strength card with the 5 of Wands is an aggressor here. He's a show-off, they said. And he would get into fights a lot. Judas would. This was his personality growing up, and this is how people thought of him, how they saw him. He appeared to be happy, but that was in a group of people, 5 of Wands. Like he wanted to show off for his friends or in front of other masculine energy that he was stronger, better, whatever. We all know somebody like that, G. So that's why I see why they're saying we can't judge him, because it's like, damn, we've all done that. We've all been this. We've all come from this place. I see why they said that now. Okay, let's keep moving. Hope y'all enjoy this reading. I said I was going to do it. So grab bags Smonday is what this is. Impromptu, I guess. The next question they told me to ask was, what were his intentions in regards to becoming a disciple? So why did he say yes to the invitation? Why did he even want to be a part of this group anyway? So it will be the same thing with you. Whenever you ask, why did I even meet this person, Lord? Why did they come and do this just to betray me and do all this shit in the end? Same thing. This is basically what I'm asking. What was his intentions in becoming a disciple? I'm sure he thought money was involved, G. But the way that the shit's looking, it kind of feels like he thought there was going to be some payment or some type of reimbursement for being this here. He already knew the law, they said, so he was well versed in whatever in becoming a disciple. It's not like he just didn't know what was going on, you know. Okay, what were his intentions in becoming a disciple? Judas's intentions. Why did he want to become one? So this is to stir the pot, is what this is. I feel like he wanted his family to be proud. Like, look who I'm rocking with, y'all. I mean, you know, that's kind of how they're making me feel, like to stir things up. Remember, he liked to be seen. So, I mean, if you walking with, you know what I'm saying, the teacher, you know, I'm sure everybody knows that, you know what I'm saying, you the man. And they realize I was the man. Yeah. He was like Mekhi Phifer in Soul Food, but remember, Samuel got to do the job. It wasn't even really dude doing it. You know what I'm saying? So this is this type of energy. But he did come for soul food as well, they said. Yes, he did want his soul fed. So he had mixed intentions. So yeah, that sounds about right. When you go to a job, you don't want to just go there to get paid. Hopefully, I mean, not all of y'all, but some of y'all like, I want to learn something. You know what I mean? Be in a different environment, hopefully meet some new people. It's other reasons, so I get that. But he did want to like show his family that he became something or was doing something like great. The twin bed came out. Well, he did need somewhere to stay. So he might not have really, he could have been a nomad, like moved from place to place to place. But this is also my divine card, divine masculine, divine feminine card. So he did want to get mixed up with other divine masculines, divine counterparts is what this is. These are people that are single here, single people. So he did want the camaraderie, the fellowship. He did want that. Something new. Pretty pink, baby blue. Why don't you teach me something new? Yeah, these are other masculine energies that he wanted to kind of mix and mingle with. I don't know if he wanted to compete with them, because remember, in his personality, he liked to compete with other males or had like this bravado about him. So something about him joining this group, maybe he came with the intention like, I know more of the law than all, you know, I don't know what his intentions were. I feel like it's mixed, to be honest with you. Mixed intentions. Put one on the spoon. There is no spoon. Okay. So he was kind of caught in the matrix too a little bit, y'all. Like even when he was in, like even with his intentions of being a disciple, he still had some type of matrix tie, which we all do, you know? But his feels a little addictive, like the streets was calling. Street life. It's like he couldn't get rid of old friends, old behaviors, like he couldn't help but, you know, something like that. But he did want to be a part of something. Put one on the stirring things up, stirring the pot. Why is this here for his intentions in regards to becoming a disciple? 7 of Wands. So maybe he wanted to clean up his life. That's to stop stirring the pot. To clean up his life, basically, kind of like the 8 of Wands. If you look at it, it's kind of like an Ace of Wands here. So, I mean, he was led here, for sure. This was all supposed to happen. He got a message that this is where he belonged. Like he just knew that he was a part of this destiny or to be a part of this story. Now we know why, but I'm sure at that time he didn't know why, but he was a part of this story the whole time. But his intentions, I mean, they look kind of pure a little bit. Like, I don't want to be stirring the pot and getting in no bullshit no more. Like, I kind of want to stop that shit and clean up my life. You know what I mean? Become a divine masculine / disciple. Let's say that, right? Get better and do the right thing. Feel like he wanted to piss some people off too, though. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Like, I can get in and y'all can't. You know what I mean? That type of energy as well. 2 sevens, whenever I get 2 sevens, that's putting something to rest because God rested on the 7th day. So he dang sure wanted to put this behind him. Judgment card with the 7 of Swords. He knew. 10 of Swords with the Judgment, 7 of Swords. I know I got to stop doing this fuck shit, basically. Like, this is a perfect opportunity to get involved in something and get my life together. Were his intentions. So, like they said, anybody can turn into Judas. A friend that turned into a foe, basically. You know what I mean? But they didn't start out that way, you know? One on the twin bed, his intentions, Queen of Wands. Yeah, he thought he was going to meet some women's, though. He did. I told you he was a ladies' man, G. It's a lot of wands out here, mister. Okay? 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands is 8 of Wands, the Spoon is 9. That is either putting up your guard, the Wounded Warrior, something like that. I still feel like he went in here with a combative energy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. I feel like he just always had to fight all his life. Shit. Some of us can relate with that. Not saying like physical, but it's like that's just the environment. Like, that's just all I've been around. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what this is. They said the first group of brothers he was around, they picked on him and challenged him all the time. This was a new group of brothers that didn't do that. But he went in with that energy. But it makes sense. Hurt people. So he didn't, shit. Wow, this deep, G. This deep. Put one on the 7 of Wands and the Spoon. His intentions for being a disciple. Y'all know I don't like this card. Elton John rose-colored glasses. So see how it keeps switching? That's why I said his intentions were mixed, because at first I was like, that's stirring up shit. Then the 7 of Wands came out, and I'm like, that's to stop stirring up shit. But then Elton John with the rose-colored glasses came on. That's like, I want people to think I'm not stirring up shit, or I want to stop. He was torn, G. He really, really was. I feel like he was giving mixed messages. Like, I love it. Yes, I would love. It's like he wasn't ready, they said. He wasn't ready, but he was ready. It's like it was his time to do it. It's like when people free will. You know what I mean? Or people get into situations and then they abuse them and shit. It's this type of energy here. 9 of Cups can be very selfish. He also thought he could take charge of who else came in. Like what other people or masculine energies were invited in. He was like a guard or something like that. Or they're giving me bully energy a little bit here. Makes sense though. He thought room, board, food, women, all this came with this also. I feel like it did though. I really do. It's just some took advantage of it, some didn't. You know, it's like say somebody on tour, a celebrity's on tour and his whole crew is with him. The celebrity may go to bed, but the other ones may sleep with all the women. You know what I'm saying? All the groupies in the back or some shit like that. It's something like that, y'all. He took advantage of the perks, they said, for sure. No God energy has come out. I mean, this divine masculine, this is like a twin card. So it's like whenever I tell y'all, like, yeah, we divine masculines and divine feminines, but if we ain't operating out that energy, what does that mean? What does it mean? It's that type of energy here. So he was given a chance, basically. He didn't really go in with all the right intentions. But a part of him wanted to be better. It's just, he liked what he liked. He knew what he knew. One on the twin bed and the Queen of Wands here. Why is this here for his intentions in regards to becoming a disciple? Look, Papa's got a brand new bag. Right? That's that card. We already know that. The rubles and the shekel, right? And then I heard, this is a man's world. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, very, like macho, G. like a fraternity is what they're making me feel like, or a football team. Like, I want to be a part of that group. You know what I mean? They get all the girls. They get to go wherever and possibly whatever they get to do with them. It looks great. This kind of love is getting expensive. We know how to live, baby. He was glamored by something in regards to becoming a disciple. But I feel like his papa's got a brand new bag, and this is a man's world. Rose-colored glasses. He didn't really go in there with the right intentions, y'all. He was kind of confused about, we got Rihanna here with the divine masculine, but this is 7 of Cups. He was kind of confused about what this even entailed. He wasn't sure about the dedication. We'll always love you. Like, we're dedicated to this walk. You will always have to love God, your father. Always have to, all of this. I don't feel like he knew what he was getting into. I feel like he just thought it was a men's club at first. Like, you know how you don't really know. You see it, you hear about it till you get involved with it, and then you see what it's really about, whether it's good or bad. Some things look better on the outside than they are. Some things look worse. Somehow he was thinking like either he was gonna get over, or I feel like he was looking for women and like notoriety and fame. Real shit. I mean, shit. There's no God out here. No nothing. It feels like a title. Like, I'm divine masculine. I am Judas Iscariot. And all the women are like, you are? You know, like, yeah, I roll with the teacher. Something like that. Oh, man, I would have liked to ask that question, but I can't. Stick to the script, none. Okay. I would have loved to have asked that. But that's me talking, because they already gave me my instructions weeks ago. I wrote these questions down weeks ago. Whenever I first told y'all was when I wrote them down. So that might have been 2 weeks ago. So I'm not going to get off. But damn, that would have been a good question, G. Okay. But skip that. They told me I could ask what made him switch up, though. So what made him go to the other side? What made Judas switch teams? What made him switch teams? Purging card. So that Dark Night of the Soul shit, it was too hard, mighty. So he slid back. So stay woke, boom, 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 then just creeping. His past. This like people still knocking on your door after you don't deal with them. Like, hey, Judas, can you come out? Come kick it with us. So stay woke, then just creeping. The streets don't never sleep. Shit, they always up, you know? So if Judas was having a tough night one night, it was boring, whatever, wasn't nothing popping. Who knows what he wanted to go do. But I feel like he still had 1 foot in, 1 foot out the whole time, G. Give me another one. What made him switch up? Airing out dirty laundry came out. Something was about to get exposed. Something was coming out is what this is. This is what made him switch up. One more. What was it? A tower was coming. I feel like it was in his life. Like, I need this money. I need this. I'm about to lose this. Something. Something he couldn't. Oh, yeah. He was losing money. Whatever he had saved or had, cookies in the jar. Remember, they told me he was a gambler. This is my naked card because there's nothing on the tree. He had been stripped of everything and he was scared. Spirit of anxiety and fear that he was losing everything. Everything was getting brushed off. Get that dirt off your shoulder. Debt, they said. He had debt. Damn. Okay, I'm going to put these two together. The purging and the dirty laundry and the tower there. Okay, let's clarify. What made him switch up? The hermit. Yeah, he had secrets, G. I don't know if he had a secret addiction or what. That's kind of what this feeling like. I don't know what they considered to be drugs, or maybe it was wine. I don't know what they did. But there's something that he was scared that was going to come out. Something he was addicted to, G, is what they're saying. It had gotten out of control. He needed it, is what I heard. He needed the money. He needed the money for whatever this was. Yeah, that's all he thought about and shit. This man was addicted to something, y'all. I feel like he wanted to impress women, or I don't know, like a lifestyle or something. It's how they're making me feel. One on the tower. It's getting hot in here. Oh, that's what y'all meant by the sun. Gotcha. Nine of Wands came out. This is my homeless man card. This is also my mailman card. That's also the, like I said, Nine of Wands, wounded warrior. He also got into an argument with somebody. He had a bad damn day one day, or however many days he had, I don't know. But he damn sure got into a physical fight. Like I told you, the man liked to fight. I feel like he had put them paws on him and shit. This man liked to scrap, shit, whatever. Throw hands, whatever y'all call them these days. He liked to do that shit. But he was guarding some secret he had about himself. Nine of Wands with the Hermit that he didn't want anybody to know. Something he was trying to keep under wraps. That was getting harder and harder to do. It could have been this gambling addiction. Like I said, he had debt. Justice card at the bottom of the deck that he was trying to get free of. And like I said, he was into women, G. I feel like he was trying to impress some woman at the time, too. That he was kind of, you know. So it's like, I got to have this. I told Trixie that I was going to have the limo, the rosé, all this. Like, I need it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand. They're making me feel like there's some dire situation that wasn't even dire. You know, like when you were a kid and you thought you breaking up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend was like the end of the world. But at that time, it felt like that. But as you look back, you're like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, it wasn't even that serious. They're making me feel like it's something like that. He felt like it was something like that, they said. So this is what made him switch up. Desperation, they said. Desperation. We know people like that. They get desperate for money, fame, clout, all kind of shit, whatever it is. And they do, desperate people do desperate things. That's what this is. So that's, I mean, shit. Makes sense, don't it, Convent? One on the crazy shit is he wasn't jealous of the teacher, though. Okay, they said don't say that. Okay, no, thank you for telling me, but I won't say that. But he wasn't, though. What can I say? Okay, he was so he was taught a lot of things as a disciple, right? And he was supposed to put all that energy out. Everything he was taught, he was supposed to blow out to the people, airing out dirty laundry, but not necessarily dirty, but like the word, you know what I mean? Like, you know what the word. Basically, he had all the knowledge. You hang out with the teacher. You're supposed to be doing that. There was something going on where he wasn't fulfilling his job. Nine of Wands with the Tower. He was abusing some gift or some privilege he had, they said. One on the purging card, airing out dirty laundry and the Hermit. Why is this here for what made him switch up? Come on. Yeah, this dirty ass. Oh, this G. Something was going on. Judas was sick as well. So there was a lot of things going on. You know, the Hermit is the doctor as well. He was definitely sick. Something was going on. I don't know if he found out he had something, because that's what this is as well. This woman's sick. Dirty laundry. Otis has gonorrhea in this deck. He puts on new clothes and don't wash his ass. The doctor may have told him, like, hey, Jay, you got something going on, or whatever the equivalent of a doctor was down there. It blew his mind. It pissed him off. There was something that happened to him that made him have a very bad day. So bad news came, and he was like, oh, hell no. He had an image to protect, and this would totally ruin that. So it would be the equivalent of, and I'm not saying he was like this, but let's say somebody who's been known as a ladies' man. Or shit, let's use Derrick Jackson. Shit, perfect example, they said. Like this, it gets out. You know what I mean? Something was going to come out. Something that he was preaching. The word, obviously, because by this time he's a disciple. He wasn't living that. Someone was going to expose him, too. And he was sick. He was helping people, trying to heal them, and he wasn't healed himself either, they said. Like, you know, trying to preach and teach to people, but he wasn't healed himself. So it manifested as a physical sickness in his body as well. Damn. This DJ? Not biblical tarot. Yeah, Seven of Swords flew out. I got a new sound. Yeah, something he couldn't keep up, G. I don't like Seven of Swords. I got a new sound with Otis, G. This is what made him switch up in the first place. Something that was being done. Some shady shit. Seven of Swords, he was covering up. I got a new sound, so it looked good, right? I put on new clothes and don't wash my ass. He was preaching something he wasn't practicing, or he was doing something that he was not supposed to be doing. He wasn't following the law. 9 of Wands. It was going to come out. Either some doctor was going to say something. I feel like a multitude of things were happening. He was going to get exposed. I feel like he got some bad news or found out he was sick or whatever the hell. It kind of feels sexually transmitted with all them wands and all that stuff out there. I'm going to keep it so 100, but I don't know what it was called back then. But I'm sure it was dirty. Women's is then too. Okay? All this was happening to this man. And he was very well known, 6 of Wands, and so was the teacher. This is the teacher, the hermit here with the 6 of Wands, very well known. The teacher knew. They said, that's all I can say about everything. Even not even just the betrayal that was coming, but even the other things that were about to be exposed. The teacher already knew. Yeah, figured it out. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. And let them keep coming back too. Divine Masculine with the 8 of Cups reverse. Even though it's almost like he was coming back worse and worse. So let's say he went out, got drunk, and came back and was like, man, I'm ashamed of you, Judas. What the hell, right? But they still let him back in. 8 of Cups reverse. They didn't make him leave. It was still home. He still always had a place. So it's like, shit, how you let people, family members in like, man, that's shit. I mean, they got the potential though. You know what I mean? Like they just, you know, the disciples loved him, all of them. I feel like they knew he had an issue, but he was loved here. He knew he was always welcome, but something was going to come out. I feel like he still would have been welcome even if whatever this is came out or did come out. And let's say they all did know. I feel like he still would have been welcome. But remember, he had a point to prove all his life, G. All his life, he had a point to prove. He had to fight and prove to people he was stronger and this and that. And now he's sick and shit coming out about him that they won't even tell me everything. I don't even know what all was coming out. They've sealed that, they said. It's the Hermit, quiet with the Tower card. Just know it was some explosive shit, they said. Okay, West Coast shit. Okay. Okay, moving on. Very interesting reading, I must say. They told me I could ask how he felt after consciously making the decision to cause the betrayal. I was like, that's a good question. We do want to know that. How he felt about it. You know, you always wonder, like, do people feel bad? I mean, obviously, like, something came over him because we know the end of the story. But it's like, how did he feel, like, knowing, like, I just did? You know, like, when you do something, you're like, I can't believe I just did that. Like, I can't believe I just said yes to this shit, or I just did this. You know, I don't know if any of y'all had that feeling, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about, where you just kind of sit there like, I can't believe I'm that fucking grimy, G. Like, I can't believe it, right? If you honest with yourself, you done did some foul shit. Maybe not like bad, extreme and some shit, but you've definitely done something to someone. And you like, wow, motherfucker cold, bump, 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 don't blooded, that type shit. I feel like, that's why they said everyone is capable and has been capable of being Judas. Amen. Okay, so let's see how he felt after he consciously made the decision to, you know what I mean, initiate the betrayal. How did he feel after he did that immediately? So after he got paid, basically, once he received the shekel, like, all right, it's about to go down. How did he feel about doing that? Damn, Emperor, Empress came out. Corrupt. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, G. Just blew my mind. So I see why they holding certain things back now, because that blew my mind. We would automatically assume, like, of course he felt bad, none. He just betrayed the teacher. There's no way. Why he coming out like the Emperor, Empress, G? Nah, not at that time he did it. He was about to buy something, come up on something, go get his lady and everything. So it hadn't even really dawned on him, is what they're telling me. He just saw dollar signs. He just had dollar signs in his eyes, or whatever it is he had his eyes on. It was he could get it now. That's how he felt immediately after making that decision. I told you he felt like Mekhi Phifer, and they realized I was the man. Yeah, like a false sense of winning, or I'm the man now or something. It was corrupt though. Look, turning his back on him. He knew, G, and then went back to go kick it, G. That's my lingering card. Did some foul shit, went from doing that and went to go straight kick it with him, G. So nah, there was no remorse in the beginning. People don't never feel sorry till they get caught, G. So shit, they blowing my mind with this one, but they reminded me of just, I mean, shit, yes. It makes sense. I've seen it. We've all seen it, G. Like when they say the thief will help you look for some shit they stole from you. This type of energy is what they're giving me. So it's Jessica, G. Judas and Jessica, that lying ass. Oh, sorry, she ain't even part of this. My bad. Y'all said don't be judging Judases. My bad, y'all. See? Or I said I just shot myself in the pinky toe. Just shot myself in the pinky toe. See? Give me another one. How he felt after he consciously made this decision to initiate the betrayal or got the shekel. I'm free as the wind blows. I feel like he was really in debt too. Like I can find, look at him, G. No, are you serious, G? Look at this. This is how he felt. People, I mean, it's very hard. I see why y'all told me to turn the comments off because I'm having a hard time. It's making me upset. It is only because I know who we're talking about, like who this story is about, who he ended up betraying. So a lot of us feel this way about people in our life, how we've been treated and things like this. It's upsetting me, G. It's upsetting. But he felt free. He could go get his lady now. Cause she don't want no pets, but I'm a dog. Yeah, right. So whoever some woman is that he wanted, he couldn't afford her. He didn't have enough for her. So that was part of it's like everything he wanted, he could grab it. You know, that's how he felt after he made the decision. He was on his way. Look, I'm on my way, Booski. Wow, yep. And he wanted to prove something to his family too. His mom, I don't know if his mom was still around or some maternal figure or something like that, but it's like he wanted to splurge or show people what he's done, and not actually the betrayal, but the money part. Like, look what I have. Like, not what it took to get it, but just look at the car. Look at the Iscariot, right? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Yeah, he wanted to floss on people, G. That's how he immediately felt. Like, I'm paid, G. I'm rich, bitch, basically. Wow. And more wow. Karma was already on this man before he even did it from other things. It was already in the works, they said. Yeah, that's why I said unbeknownst to him. Remember at the beginning of the story, I told y'all, he was always kind of tapped in and knew he had a purpose, that he was a part of something. They're making me feel like everybody, sometimes people are a part of something and not for the best reasons. Like, what's the dude that killed Kennedy? It's almost like that was his destiny. It's not good, you know what I mean? But that was what he was here for. This man always knew he was going to be a part of something extraordinary. Judas did. I don't feel like he knew what part he would play in it, but he knew he was meant to be a part of something extraordinary. And that was his part. Put one, especially now that I'm seeing this, you know? One on the Empress. This is how he felt after he consciously made the decision to collect the shekel for the betrayal. 4 of Cups. It didn't last long. It didn't last long at all. 4 of Cups is like, well, shit, that didn't last long. Exactly what I said. That broad probably didn't want him neither. I told you karma was on him. She was probably like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about your punk ass shekel and rubles and shit. Get your dirty ass up out of here, you dog. I don't want no pets. And you a dog. Yay. He was still getting dissed, G. He was still getting dissed. So that was very short-lived. And if you remember, he went to go try to get the money back to the people. He was pleading with them like, please. And they laughed at his ass like, get your stank ass out of here. So it was something deeper going on with Judas than all of this. He wanted to be liked by people and wanted to keep up a facade and an appearance. And that didn't, man made the money never made the man type shit is what's going on here. So now he's learning this. This is how, so it was very short-lived, y'all. Yeah, 7 of Swords. He felt bad real quick. Yeah, he started to realize and see what he had done. Love and lust, damn. Yep, she give me a run for my money. I told you. That's exactly what happened. This story so crazy, it damn makes sense, don't it? Normally, I don't tell y'all to push a like, but push a like if you know Judas. If you know a Judas or this Judas sound familiar, push a like, G. That's all I'm saying. It's almost like, that's why they said you really can't judge Judas. Because number one, you be judging yourself and shit, everybody around. We be judging all damn day, Judge Judy. We would. Shit. You damn sure know one, they said. His mama didn't even care. Like, who'd you rob? He came back trying to press her. She like, where'd you probably rob somebody, took it, or some woman. She was not impressed, G. So his dreams was dashed real quick. Put one on the free spirit, dog. 6 of Cups. Told you he was going straight to a woman, G. I told you. 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups is 10 of Cups. It was like love, some woman. Man, I already told y'all, man, it's always money and a bitch. Whenever somebody get murdered or some shit gets set up, it's always money and a bitch involved. I don't care what nobody says. It is. Or they're doing it for something like that. Okay? That's what this is. And she still didn't want no pets. I feel like he went back to her and she had somebody. Like, I already told you I was married, Judas, or I was going to be with whoever in the hell, and it wasn't you. Leave. Please leave. Get off my freaking grass. Everybody treated him like that when he supposedly came up off of this. But he was hoping, I mean, shit, he was happy at first. 10 of Cups. That man felt good as hell. He did. Went out drinking. I told you he had some type of, look. All right now. I don't even know how he got the, I was about to say, I don't even know how he got the, oh, he still had some money. So that was going to make it. So he spent, oh, that is how that shit go. So what I was going to ask was, well, how was he going to give the 30 pieces of shekel back to the, how did he try to do that if he was spending money and trying to splurge? He was spending money he thought he had. So he had money, but then he just made 30 pieces more. So he like, well, then I can spend the 30 I have because I just made, it's like he spent money he really did. Blood money, G. Blood money. Is what they're saying. And that repelled everyone. Like that's why his mama said you probably did some fuck shit, or the woman did, or somebody did. Family for sure. They wasn't impressed. His brothers damn sure wasn't. So he did go around trying to flash people. Remember, his brothers didn't give a damn about him. And he was like, I mean, he was the Michael of the group, but it's like he didn't really go on the high vibing Mike side. He went on the low vibing Mike side. So his brothers just kind of got the best of him and shit. I feel like his daddy was like, I don't give a damn. I feel like he tried to impress his family first, and then some women and some shit or whatever. He damn sure went home, 10 of Cups. He damn sure went there. So he felt good at first. Because he thought people were going to like look at him like, and not even that he did the betrayal, because of course he didn't tell nobody that. Ain't no swords. He just wanted people to think he came up because that's, you know what I'm saying, where he been. And the lifestyle. But they still didn't give a fuck. All this shit sound familiar, don't it, Convent? Amen. One on the Emperor Empress card with the 4 cups. This is how he felt after consciously making the decision to collect the shekel and after he initiated the betrayal. Bad blood. Look, Taylor Swift moved too motherfucking fast, bro. Remember, he had the, not you, but remember he had the impulsive card when I was like, he jumped in this shit way too quick, wanting to prove shit to people and look good in front of motherfuckers and shit, clout chasing and shit. Bad blood. Nobody took well to that shit. You know, whenever you see somebody that always was a fuck up and then they come by in like some real nice shit, say they come by in like a Lexus or a Range Rover and they always been a crook and shit, and they be like, man, look what I got, like you should come ride with me, and something tell you, hell no, do not, that motherfucker probably stolen or something. Like, I'm sure you, it ain't yours, you stole it, it belonged to somebody, it's rented, something ain't cleaned in the milk. That's how everybody treated him, G, and he didn't think that they would. Nobody was impressed, G, especially women. And the crazy thing about it is the reason Judas or the women didn't like Judas, it didn't have anything to do with money. I mean, they figured that out. Like, I mean, he really is whatever. It's just like there was something eerie about the dude. Bad blood. Like, he give me the fucking scabies and shit. You know what I mean? Something weird about that dude. That's why people really didn't take to him. It was that pride and ego shit and all that. Like somebody who was always too boisterous or wanting to prove something, it rubbed people the wrong way. And that's what this is. And it still rub people the wrong way, G. They like, I ain't hopping in that motherfucking chariot. It's probably stolen, okay? What village, okay, did you plunder, okay? So that's, like I said, short-lived, bad blood. Then he realized, like, I fucked up. I fucked up at my job with the boss. Emperor, Empress, it's for sure going to be some bad blood. He went quickly into a depression, G. Quickly, okay? It didn't even take long because he didn't get the desired effect they said that he wanted from man. One on the free spirit dog and 6 of cups. Why is this here for how he felt after he consciously made the decision to collect the shekel after the betrayal? I'm telling you, I wrote this shit down. I ain't messing around. Stevie Wonder, gullible gums and shit. He tried to pretend. This man was a very good pretender. He still went around with a smile on his face and shit around people. So this lets me know there was some time in between. Well, we know that between the betrayal and when they actually captured the teacher, right? That's how they keep telling me to refer to it. So this is a lesson, they said. There was time in between, so he still was walking around. Remember, he ate with him. He was there at the Last Supper and everything. All kinds of stuff. Or was that before? Either way, he kept coming back around, though, they're telling me. I can't remember if he did that before the Last Supper or after. But they said either way, he kept coming around. He knew how to play the role and say cheer, and I'll drink to that. All of that. All of that. Remember, the teacher already knew, because the teacher knew that Judas was in debt and all. He was doing all kind of other stuff on the side. They kept letting him back in. So it's almost like this somebody that you help. Say you help somebody, Convent, right? And you get them back on their feet, and now they think they part of your crew and shit. And they kind of are, but it's like, because you put them there. You know what I mean? But it's like the head got too big. Like, you don't remember who brought you here. You didn't come here on your own type shit. That's how he was acting, though. So he still was putting up the same bravado facade that he usually was putting up. And he damn sure was drinking or doing something. 6 of cups, Ace of cups, and 7 of cups. With 4 cups. He was getting very drunk, spending a lot of more shekels, so more than he even had. Now he's dipping into the shit he already had that had nothing to do with the 30 he had just gotten. He dipping into his other shit now because, I mean, the guilt is eating his ass up. He's trying to talk to his family, so he goes back to them. This is by the time he feels bad, which makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, now he just wants to talk to someone or feel some type of love or feel like he's going to be okay or whatever, even though he hasn't told people, no sorts, what he's done. He's looking for some comfort and he's not getting it. So his past is coming back. That attitude that he had comes back to bite him in the ass after this. After he collects this money, because they've never seen him like this. You're usually the one that want to fight and the one that's macho man. Like, now you coming around here all like, you know, like, what the hell? Something was off. So he was alone, G. So after he did that, made that decision, he felt alone. He still was alone. It's still none of that filled any of the emptiness that he had. He fell into an even worse depression, but he put up a real good front till he couldn't put up, the front no more, basically. So the last question here is why he felt like the way he went out was the answer. Why did he feel like the ending he chose was the answer? And then we're going to end it there. Why did Judas feel like the way that he went out was the answer? I don't want to put no words. They're telling me in this reading, some of the words will project something out there. So I can't say certain things, y'all. This is a hard ass. I'm sweating up here, G. This work. Shit. Why did he choose the ending that he chose? Why did he feel like that was the answer? So the Temperance card came out. Spirit guides came out. This is also, look at all these rumors. I feel like it's more so this. Like, when this shit get out of what I did and who I did it to, there's no way. There's no way. I feel like this is look at all these rumors. But I told you also from the beginning of his life, he was also tapped in. You know what I mean? So he started out with the Temperance card. He ends with it as well. He does. Some of this is still being held a secret from me and you, they're saying. So I'm not even going to be able to tap in too much of what was going through his mind. It's between them. So I'm going to get what I can, but they're telling me to tell you, don't be expecting me to get all Wikipedia on this shit, because they ain't going to let me know too much. Yeah, so stay woke. Boom, 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 ninjas creeping. Yeah, it's almost like you ain't got to worry about the debt. Are you crazy? When they find out who it was and what you did, as many people love this man, they will hurt you, boy. that shit was about to spread like wildfire and shit. So that's why. I feel like he was scared of a mob, they said, of a mob coming. Like he would have just rather done it himself. And then you got Jacob's ladder, angels ascending and descending with the spirit guide card. I don't know what was going on with him. It was a mixture of things. They damn sure stopped descending. They wasn't even coming to him no more, which makes sense. Remember I was telling y'all before, like spirit guides and angels and all that, they are still bound by God. So if you're doing some fuck shit, they're not bound by you. They're bound by God. So if he tells them to leave or you do some fuck shit that's just unforgivable, as we're speaking of, surely they just leave. They ascend. So he had no spiritual. He lost all his, he was stripped of everything. It's almost kind of crazy because this is somebody who was taught this whole time that God forgives, right? He was with the teacher that tells us God forgives all sins, right? Or will they say some sins are unforgivable, but let's just say that one, right? Or else everybody would be damned that betrayed somebody, right? This kind of could be a forgivable sin, for lack of a better term. This is for AP classes, if you know what I mean. And you knew that he was the teacher who was set to, you know what I mean? You saw him heal and do miracles and all that. Surely you knew that, number one, this was a wrong thing, or number two, that he could not really be gotten rid of in that way. But this man had been stripped. His mind was gone. He didn't even know what he believed no more, or none of that shit, G. I think my mind's gone. All I can do is get my grind on. Death around the corner. When we were kids. Yeah, he started having flashbacks and shit. I feel like he started sleeping with, I feel like he was drinking a lot, and the man lost his mind, G, is what they're telling me. I see death around the corner. That's what they keep playing. Yeah, he did. He knew it was coming either way. If they caught him on the street, G, that was it. So he punked out. I mean, basically, no judgment, but that's what they said. He was a coward. Remember the lion was out here and the bravado and all that? Remember that was that man? At the end of the day, that was not that man, they said. He punked out. He fell on his own sword, they said. The sword he wielded at so many people throughout his lifetime is the one he fell on. Wow. Let's clarify this, why he thought this was the answer. Knight of Wands came out. Yeah, this shit was he was going to be known, all right. This giving me Casey Anthony energy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who that is, with the little baby girl and all that other shit. This giving me this type of energy, G. Like wherever you go, you're going to always be known as like George Zimmerman ass shit. Like you're going to always be known as that motherfucker, O.J. Simpson ass shit. He couldn't handle that. He was all about his image and what people thought of him and all that. Remember, he was a rock star, baby, because he hung with the teacher and everybody and all this other stuff. So now he was going to be known as the, like Yolanda with Selena. You know what I mean? That's how you're going to be known. They could not handle that. He punked out, G. He did. A scary it. Yeah, he a scary, all right. That's what they said. He a scary one, all right. He knew he had invested, overplayed his hand. And there was nothing, no one would hire him, no one would trust him, like nothing. He was an unsafe person, he felt, being alive anymore. Shit, I can't really argue with the dude, you know what I'm saying? Shit, or else he just be in hiding, and his energy, the way he liked to be seen, and for people to, he couldn't deal with that. That wasn't who he was. King of Pentacles. We got married in a fever. And they were still coming for their fucking money. So somebody still wanted their shit. Neanderthal face. He still owed people. People still coming to come collect, I heard. So he still didn't have enough. He still was in debt. Like I said, he wasn't going to get hired. No man would ever trust him. It's almost like you lost all your manly credibility. No woman would ever want to, you betrayed the teacher who's like the finest, bestest person, you know what I mean, that we've all met and seen, like he's healed and done so many wonderful things. Like he was going to be known as a Neanderthal face, basically. So that's why he felt like shit. Well, that's it. He was getting threatened too. I don't know how, but he was. He was getting threatened, and he was having bad dreams and shit, nightmares and shit. He wasn't getting any sleep. He couldn't focus. and his family, father, brother, somebody, they didn't want anything to do with him. Even he knew they would even be disappointed in him. And they remember they came from a family of, like, you know what I'm saying, crooks and shit. And he knew even if the crooks looked at him like, man, you was a sorry ass beep, right? He couldn't handle that. They already had picked on him all his life. It was almost like there's nothing else. And I'm not condoning this, because like they always say, there's no, this is a permanent solution to a temporary situation. I don't know how he was supposed to get out of this, but they want me to reiterate the fact that this is never the answer to anybody's problems here. But this is the spirit that goes on Judas and shit when it gets to this point. So, I don't know, y'all. That's been Grab Bag Smonday, okay? Like I said, it may or may not have resonated with every single person. Getting no fit nuts. Still, thank you for visiting my channel. And my Trippin' or Not Tarot. My name is Cockfrost, but you can call me the Ghetto Nun. Please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. Again, info for private readings will be below the video. I will talk to you later. Love you. Bye.